Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to talk a little bit about what I've been using when it comes to crypto trading. I have been a trader for a number of years now. Not in the crypto space. I'm not talking about crypto space. But when it comes to stock trading, when it comes to Forex, foreign currency trading. Um, so, so I do technical analysis. Technical analysis is focused on using tools, charting tools. I'm using TradingView.com. These, I don't know if you know if you can use other platforms. These trading tools should be available. Some of them, or all of them, I don't know. But I have a set that I use that I found that works for me. And you guys should try it. Try it out. See if you like it. So uh, take a look at one that I made 34% on. Got it, and within 2 days. Um, Actually more. Now it's up to 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 50, about 57% in 3 days. Um, and that's going to be USD pair. Um, just look at some of the other pairs. XOMs here. Hold up. Yeah. Amps here. AMP. Bitcoin. Let it load up, man. Bitcoin. So really, you can see here I have. All right. So let's start out first. Let me take this. Let me remove this. Let me remove this and this. Okay. And I'm left with. Oh yeah, let's take the candles off. These are candlesticks. This is not really going to be a basic um, lesson. This is just going to be somewhat a little bit advanced from just introduction. This is not like an introduction. Okay. If you want to learn candlesticks, I recommend finding videos where I know exactly how candlesticks open and close and how they're formed. This is not uh, a course or a lesson on that. Um, so before we begin, this is not financial advice. This is just for purely for entertainment purposes only. All right. So you see these sections, this area, this is called the Ichimoku Cloud. These are default settings. When you load up the Ichimoku Cloud, um, these are the values that you will see. 52, 52 week and all that. Okay. This here, this line that sits behind these two, this line right here is a lagging line. The blue line, typically, the line that you see going up and crossing over the one that's, looks slower, right? This is the fast line. It's the slow line. This cloud basically tells you kind of what's expected to happen. It depends on how long the run is. If it just broke through, if a candle breaks through, like here, okay, this is not touching the candle. These two, the fast line is below the slow line. It's broken through the cloud, come up. It's just the candle has closed. There is a retracement. This is where you want to sell. This is just what the Ichimoku saying. And you don't want to rely on one indicator. You always want confirmation from other indicators. So there's Ichimoku line. I mean the fast line below. So you want to sell when it crosses below, and it's below the cloud. And I look for red ahead. If I see red ahead, that's an indication. of a further downward movement. And the opposite, okay, the opposite is said for a buy. When you're looking for a buy is going to be above. This is going to be literally flipped in the opposite direction. It's going to be like take a kind of a mirror flipped image, okay? That's very simple. So confirmations. Now, what I love to use for confirmations are strategy RSI. You have to zoom in. You have to make the candles bigger for it to show. Strategy RSI is basically showing you where at what point, which I've set my parameters, the period. Let me click it. I'll click the settings. This is the settings I use. I found work for me, and you can play with these numbers, and you'll see. You can go do a back test, or you can look back and see how where it's accurate and where it isn't. Play with these numbers: oversold, overbought. Typically, you're oversold. This number would be 30, and then this would be 30, and this would be 70. I gave them more wiggle room and a length I increased from 9 to 11, which I felt was more accurate for what particular currency pair I was looking to trade. So, or investment pair, whatever. So, green means to buy, red sell. Right? It's just a confirmation. It's not something I solely use and say, oh, this is what I'm doing I'm going to follow this. No. Pivot point. Let's open that up. I'm going to go back to Algo last. Pivot point. Pivot point is based on a TD sequential. TD sequential. Tom DeMark sequential. And it's based on candles where 9 candles in a row have to all open below or above each other in a row, and then the 13th candle is called the trigger candle, and that basically defines the high or the low of the range. Okay, so what I have is one called a pivot point that uses TD sequential to determine the range. You see how this is dropping? That red dropped here. This center is the pivot. The green is the bottom. This means overbought. Anything above this line is considered overbought. Anything below that green is considered oversold. And this is the pivot. It's like the middle of the average. Okay. When something is trading above this pivot, it's considered to be in an uptrend. If it trades below, it's considered a downtrend. And if it shifts, if it shifts, yes. And also it will show contraction. It adjusts according to the market conditions instead of just plotting based on past factors. It's more up to date than other indicators. It gives you a more accurate view of what's going on. This one I use to basically see where it's crossed into the overbought or oversold area. Let's see. No scales indicator. See over here. See cross under overbought, crossover overbought. It goes really deep into overbought. She got rejected. Crossed into overbought, and it also shows areas where it's overbought. It doesn't mean that's where it's going to stop. It sort of means it's going to pull back. It doesn't mean it's not going to later go past it. But these are like those triangles show areas of pullback. We're expected to pull back. When I see that appear, I either get out the trade or. But anyway, and then reverse for the. So this red means the oversold, where green means the overbought. Now, and lastly, we have the Rsi Algo, and this basically tells you when you should be buying and selling. And that's just point blank, just telling you when you should be buying and selling. I mean, if you had followed this, let's look at Sol, where I am, still am, down here, and you would have caught this whole thing. you would have gotten it all the way up to, you would have made 22 cents. I mean, $22. $22. I mean, you would have increased, um, 50% of your investment. If you put in $44, would now be $68, $70. So, I mean, yeah, $70, right? Something like that. $40 would be 70, almost 50. So that's great, and that's just in a matter of what we were talking. The breakout was down here. See, it went above the Ichimoku Cloud, right? Rsi Algo told you to buy to get in, right? When this thing says sell, that's when you get out, because you can't short these right now. But one day you will be able to. Um, when it says sell, I'll get out of it and I'll look for another thing to trade. So, and I got in August 15th, 2021. I'm still in there now. August 16th, 2021. All right, so that's basically it. I mean, it's not really rocket science. Once you get used to it, it may appear like some crazy stuff, but also you want to do back testing, so you can do replay. Click the replay button here. And let's say you want to go here. It'll load up, and you can hit replay. Hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. I moved the scale up so high. Let's get rid of some of it. Let me get rid of some of this so you can see better. This is the replay. I'll hit play and just give you a sample before I go what it looks like. You see the lagging. See how those lines now it's crossed above and it says buy down there. You want to get in on that. This is the 15 minute interval. Each candle represents 15 minutes on this one. This line represents where I bought it and the price I got it. And you're just following it. You're just keeping track of it. Where it gets tough is when it's in that sideways, going sideways. It's just trying to catch it before it goes. That's all. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So that's basically it. This is how I determine when to get into a currency, get into a crypto, and also Forex. I also use it for Forex. All right, thank you for your time, and take care.